Hi everyone, here's a short video about creating an assessment, and everything will be done within this Google slideshow. And it's a neat way for us to be able to quickly see each other's ideas and collaborate together as we're all creating different assignments and assessments for different standards across the Massachusetts framework. So the first thing you're going to want to do is choose two different standards, all right, from the same grade level that you think fit together. Because often throughout the year, we create big assignments and projects, and we assess on more than one thing. So it's really important to think about all the different standards and which ones connect so we can try and cover them or as many of them throughout the year. Also, by looking at two different standards, you can draw connections between different ones that can help with your creativity and developing a purposeful assignment for your students. So once you select your two standards from the Massachusetts framework, you will then need to research some of the terms and begin brainstorming the ideas for your assessment. So then you will find your two slides. Everyone gets two slides and start filling out the boxes or filling out the template that I provided you. Okay, you don't need to fill them out in order. You might actually bounce around a little bit as you're thinking about your assessment and thinking deeply about those standards. Then, if you choose to get an outstanding grade, you can comment on two different student slides where you are going to build on their ideas. So what you'll see here is that if you scroll down, you will see we have first, the community rules when collaborating Google Docs. Now, I just want to let everybody know that we're collaborating here, and Google Slides are awesome, but it means that you could accidentally mess with someone else's work. So please only create content on your own slides. There are ways to recover lost, damaged slides. However, we don't want that happening. So you're allowed to comment on each other's slides, but just only use the comment feature, which is up here. You can click to comment on each other's slides, or if you right click, there's an option to comment there as well. Okay. Oh, that was explore. Okay, excellent. All right. So these are brief instructions as well, which is very similar to the checkbox above. You're going to identify two standards from the MA frameworks that could be used to or assessed together. I made a quick video here too that kind of goes through the MA frameworks and how it might help you choose the two different standards that connect. You might need to research your standards, and in your two slides, here's all the different things that you need to include. We also have a rubric here, which is really just letting you know, have you completed every part of the template, and have you commented on everyone's slides in order to get an outstanding score? I hope everybody can get an outstanding score on this assignment. I also provided an example where in these two blue slides here, where I filled out the template, where I chose a standard here, and then I chose another standard. I unpacked the standards by selecting the verbs, and then I selected the concepts from the standard that and I explained some examples after I did a little research on different things that those concepts could mean. And I did that for each standard. And this is a really great thing to do as you're really looking at a standard. You're really unpacking it to really find out, okay, what does this really mean? Because we often blow by standards sometimes and we just think, okay, I think I know what that is. And then our ideas go somewhere else. But we really want to focus in on the standards. What are they saying? What do they mean? And then how can we then put that into student-friendly language, or I can statements, which sometimes can be kind of hard to think about, okay, what are some of the words that maybe students would understand, and how can I articulate this into a student language where a students, they can do things, and what are the skills and outcomes or success criteria of those outcomes. And then on the second set of slides, you're really going to get creative, and you're going to start talking about what that assessment is really going to be looking like. And you can take a look at my example here too. And then we're going to be connecting your assessment idea to your philosophy. So what parts of your philosophy do you see really are going to be able to come alive in your assessment? And then once you start thinking, okay, if we're thinking the end in mind, and this is what I want students to be able to do in the end, what are the little benchmarks or learning that students need to be able to do along the way? So if you scroll down, you'll be able to find your slides throughout here. So find your slides and start filling out the boxes. And I guess if you run out of space, you can use the presenter notes, or you could make a copy of your slide if you need to say more. But really, I did purposefully create a smaller amount of space so that we can be concise and we know exactly what we're assessing on. And we can go into more detail during our learning activities later in the week that will be connected to this assessment. Okay, have a great day and thank you for listening.